Well, I think the most important achievement is the merge of the traditional thinking about responsibility and what we are call the new modern strategic approach. What does it mean? We have a fine tradition in shouldering the responsibility for helping, for charity, and these, from today's perspective, limited understanding of CSR. And we have to integrate this into this strategic approach to bring it together with our core competences, with the core economic processes, to install levels of reporting standards, to institutionalize a stakeholder dialogue, to realize standards for the suppliers, and all these things. Well, we all know that this is one of the most important challenges we are facing, because more than 50% of the world population is already living in these urban agglomerations, and we are facing their environmental problems, we are facing their traffic jams and all these things, and we have to find out a solution for this. But I'm really optimistic we are working on these solutions. For example, my vision of sustainable mobility is, on the one side, to organize it with cars driven by electric energy, zero emission, produced the necessity of the energy by renewable sources. Combine this with other modes of transports. I see there a lot of forthcoming innovative concepts also. Let's say for two-wheel transports, micro-mobility is one of the keywords in this field. And then I think we have also the opportunity to bring much better together these different modes of transport, to organize the intermodality, to organize also the whole range of diversity. And with this approach, I think we can really make a serious step forward, organizing efficiency and organizing sustainability in this urban world. To say it in one sentence, Quicar is the most convenient idea of car sharing. We have a long tradition with car sharing, more than 20 years ago, and it was from the beginning a niche. But we have now a completely different world. On the one hand, we have the change of consumer patterns, we have new consumers, let's call them the digital natives, and they are very convenient with all these things. And then you can organize a system, easy paying, easy access, with new technologies, e-cars, Quicars are e-cars, and so on. So from my point of view, I think that's really a very amazing perspective for the future. Well, I think the most important advantage in the field of these projects is that we are collaborating at different intersectoral levels. And it is so important that you have more knowledge what happens in these different sectors and how we can learn from each other and how we can bring together our very different, very fruitful experiences. And so, for example, I remember very well our very concrete result from the first phase of these activities. It was the establishing of an internet platform for the supply chain sustainability, and this is as far as I can see up to now, really a fantastic fundament for forthcoming activities. And I think, as I mentioned, this idea from learning from each other is the most added value of these activities. I think the great misunderstanding of the expression Enterprise 2020 is to make use of it like a blueprint. This will never work. I think the most important idea is that every company has to find out its own way to sustainability. And therefore, a blueprint doesn't work. But I think what works is organizing the idea of a learning platform, organizing this exchange of experiences and work together. And from this point of view, for me, Enterprise 2020 is a competitive approach, and this works very well.